Hi guys, it's me Lewis, and today I'm here to do a little rant video on the whole Activision Blizzard scandal. Oh yes, this is going to be quite a doozy if I do say so myself. But before we start, I just want to give everyone a heads up. I do apologise for the whole camera quality. Obviously, it's obviously dark outside. Obviously, dark clouds. It's going to start raining pretty soon. So yeah, I do apologise about that shit. But anyway, let's get to the topic at hand, shall we? So, Activision Blizzard, the recent scandals within the last month or two has been nothing but a giant fucking clusterfuck of just a giant train that just keeps on going and going and going and going with just endless scandals and endless former employees threatening to sue the company. Mainly due to the fact of the frat boy culture that was going on within the company. No surprise there. One of the most bizarre. I mean, the most bizarre scandals, if you want to call it a scandal, I guess, is Blizzard having a portrait of Bill Cosby and claiming that the reason why they kept it was because his quote-unquote his ugly sweater reminds them of how ugly their office looks. Like, no, Blizzard, fuck off. No one's falling for that bullshit. Just fuck off. Anyway, But of course, we're going to start with everyone's favourite corporate CEO, Bobby motherfucking Kotick. Oh yes, this is gonna be a fucking doozy, this one. Oh boy, this guy has got some hot shit on his plate, and he's having a hard time getting rid of it, because now there's been more recent news that broke out with him that he not only threatened a former employee of Activision, but he also threatened a flight attendant due to, obviously, I believe it has something to do with like groping her or sexually assaulting her, and his words were, "If you tell anyone about this, I'm going to fucking kill you." He said that to both, obviously, the flight attendants and, of course, the former employee. And of course, what I find fucking ironic, due to obviously rich corporations that always, have their own lawyers, they always use these fucking buzzwords and these certain like buzz sentences to try and paint Bobby Kotick in a different light, even though the dickhead himself has admitted to doing this. And now the company is even in more hot fucking water. More fucking employees are now protesting to have this fucking monstrous twat resign from his position. And people like me are smiling with joy, because I am fucking smiling about this. The reason why I'm smiling is because big corporate companies like Activision and of course Blizzard, along with numerous others, are getting what they fucking deserve. Not to try and make a quote from the Joker, but that's just that's literally what it is. But What do I think of the whole controversy behind Bobby Kotick? Well, to me and of course numerous others, everyone kind of knew Bobby Kotick was a piece of shit behind closed doors, but never in my fucking life would I ever suspect him to actually have the balls to even admit this shit while backtracking on his own words. That's what I find absolutely ironic about this. And not to mention the fact that his name and contact details were discovered in Epstein's phone book, apparently. So that kind of makes him even more of a fucking monster, along with numerous other corporate CEOs, politicians, and celebrities who went on that sick Fox Island. So now Bobby Kotick is kind of in a fucked up position at this point, even though the board themselves are constantly defending his ass, and now I'm getting this sneaky suspicion that the board themselves might be buddy with Bobby Kotick. I'm not confirming anything, but that might be the case. Holy shit. Activision is in a... I actually believe that both Activision and Blizzard are in fucking hot water at this point, because think of it this way: you have two companies that people fucking loved at one point. I mean, at one point, people loved them. And then out of the fucking blue, they just decide to just say, fuck it all, let's just make fucking IPs based on quick, easy fucking cash. And hopefully no one will notice our fucking bullshit. But of course, that made the situation a lot worse because this is like a pattern with companies like Activision, because when they start becoming more and more fucking greedy, one of their former employees or current employees will start growing a pair of fucking balls and actually start exposing them for the shit that they did. I mean, look what happened to Rooster Teeth a few years ago when the whole Vic Mignogna shit broke out, when you had former employees talking about the horrible work conditions in the workplace, and of course the main heads didn't give a shit because they were making money during that time. And now since obviously Rooster Teeth was like dwindled over the years because of the whole Vic Mignogna situation, they're now in full fucking panic mode. They have to fucking cut back on tons of bullshit. Red vs. Blue finally came to a fucking end. Finally, Jesus Christ! Thank God the show's fucking ended. And a bunch of the other projects that was supposed to have upcoming seasons were permanently fucking cancelled. So in other words, they're kind of fucked at this point. Again, I mean, look at Ubisoft. Ubisoft, of course, had the same situation as Activision Blizzard, where they swept that shit under the rug and pretend nothing fucking happened. Where two of the fucking presidents of Ubisoft were just literal pieces of fucking shit. One of them literally drugged his own employees, for fuck's sake, and took like a few of his female employees to a fucking strip club to have fucking drinks with, along with numerous other employees as well, which is the most bizarre thing I've ever heard in my life. But again, I can understand why she felt uncomfortable, but Christ almighty, like I think, I actually do believe that the whole Activision Blizzard shit is way fucking worse than Ubisoft and Rooster Teeth combined. Well, I mean, I guess you could somewhat rival it with Ubisoft, but I digress. The whole problem that I have with companies like this is that Bobby Kotick, for example, a CEO who admitted to actually being part of the frat boy culture, admitting to threatening two women who just came forward so far. I mean, these updates are still ongoing. They're not going to stop anytime soon. That like a woman committing suicide because one of the dickhead employees basically showed her nudes to other people, and she obviously started panicking, so freaking out, and of course took her own fucking life. And again, the company didn't give a shit. They didn't go into investigation to find out who this person was. Like who fucking showed these nudes to other workers, and it's just it's mind blowing that you have non-stop updates like this that are just ongoing. Like keep in mind, right? Bobby knew about these allegations. He knew about the workplace. He knew about the horrible conditions that was going on there. He sure as shit knew about what was going on with the whole debacle between employees harassing other employees, but never thought he knew about it. Of course he didn't know every single one of them, but he knew a fat fucking chunk of them. And again, this proves right here that Bobby is nothing more than just a fucking monster. He's more of a fucking monster than Andrew Wilson, the CEO of EA, and again, he's making EA look more like a fucking saint, and they're pretty much the greediest fucking pricks than any other company in this industry. And now it begs the question. It begs the question to me, you, and everyone else: what other companies are going to be next that are going to get exposed for this? Bethesda, maybe. WB Games. 2K Games, Take-Two Interactive, possibly due to the recent controversy they had with the GTA trilogy. Who knows? Like that begs the question. And again, this is another pattern that I've noticed as well. Is that when an employee tries to come forward and tries tell the main heads hey, there's a problem in the workplace, we need you to investigate this. Someone's horrible. Someone's terribly wrong. And they'll and the main heads will go, oh yeah, we'll look into it. But in reality, they don't fucking do shit. They're too busy just counting up the fucking cash, and that's it. They just call and they just call it a fucking day. That's it. But now employees have to literally go on social media like Facebook and Twitter to literally expose this shit to the public, and that right there gets companies like Activision in full fucking panic mode, because now they have to get the fucking bullshit lawyers to technically, well, bullshit the whole situation, knowing for a fact that they have a miserable fat fuck in the industry who claims to have tons of fucking power in his fingertips, is now basically trying to come to his defense by basically writing a patented fucking sentence by basically using buzzwords like misconduct and allegations and trying to make sure that the company has the best so-called experience, which by the way, companies always use that word so many fucking times. Like, it's gotten fucking old in my opinion. Like, everyone knows why you're fucking saying that. We know why. Because again, you're a company that doesn't give a shit about its own employees. You don't give a fuck about its own consumer base anymore. Because, again, money controls people. And that's what people need to understand is that money is a very, very clever manipulator. It can turn the most innocent of innocent people, the most wholesome of wholesome people, into the biggest pieces of shit on the planet, because all we want to see is see those numbers go up and up and up. We don't want them to go down. That's one of the reasons why that's why money can corrupt people. You have to keep if you want to prevent that, you have to keep reminding yourselves not to become a piece of shit like Bobby, for example. And it's absolutely fucking ironic. Like, Christ, man, like like I said, these updates are not gonna stop. They are gonna keep going and going and going. And this is just like one of the parts of these allegations. And I actually predict right now that Activision and Blizzard are gonna go bust in the next 2 years. Simply because not just because they're gonna get sued by multiple different people, but also because the fact of it is that they've lost so much support from their customers because they basically gave them the massive fuck you. And if you're going to give your consumers the massive fuck you, that's basically going to make the consumers say, okay, fuck you too then, we're going to move somewhere else. And once you start losing money, they're going to start begging their old consumers to come back. That's not going to fucking work. People don't give a shit about Call of Duty Vanguard. People don't give a shit about fucking Warzone. And I guarantee right now, people don't give a shit about fucking Diablo 4 or Overwatch 2 for that matter, because, again, both companies I've literally alienated the fan base that built them from where they originally were. And I think now's the time. I think now's the time for Activision and Blizzard to practically pack their shit and just disappear from the face of the earth. Despite the fact that everyone had good memories with them. I think now's the time for them to go. Like, along with numerous other companies. And before I end this rant video, I want to make this very clear to any current employees or any former employees that matter. If there's any like horrible work experience that you've had with companies like Activision, EA, Konami, Ubisoft, well, besides Ubisoft, obviously, sorry, I do apologize. Scrap Ubisoft. Fucking Take-Two Interactive, for example, right? If you've had any fucked up experience with them or like terrible working environments or whatever, the best thing to fucking do now is expose them to the public. Like I said, just expose them to the public and they will start panicking, because that right there will show you that the little guy, which is you, have more power than the bigger guy. That's how it works, and that's how it fucking should be. Okay, guys, so don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and tell me what are your thoughts on this whole situation with Activision Blizzard, and tell me what are your thoughts on Bobby Kotick being a complete piece of shit. Okay, guys, peace out.